planning on starting your layer poultry farm soon and you're confused? Should I do point of lay? Should I do day-old chicks? In this video today, I am going to help you with clarity. The time to see the first egg is, of course, a lot shorter with points of lay. And then another advantage is that it is very great for new farmers. So this is one thing I tell a lot of my people who book my consultation session, especially for farmers who are in the diaspora or investors who are in the diaspora. Let's say, for instance, you probably live, let's say you live in the US, in Canada, in Australia, and you have your farm in a country in Africa, and you're raising day-old chicks. And you're going to do that for the next 4 months. And every day they are reaching out to you, or every week they are reaching out to you. Oh, we have to do this, we have to do that. Oh, we have to get this, we have to purchase this. I feel it is just a whole lot for your mental health. Oh, we lost 3 birds today for day-old chicks. We lost 3 birds, we lost 10 today. And you're raising 2,000 day-old chicks. And by the time they are 16 weeks, when they are point of lay, maybe you have about 1,800 left. These are some of the disadvantages, and disadvantages of day-old chicks that I feel that a new farmer should avoid. You don't need it. This is my own suggestion. I feel that you can just keep it. And the good thing is that poultry farming is actually a very big chain. You can do this, do that, and of course you can just stick to one aspect and do it very well. So day-old chicks, point of lay has that advantage. It is easy to raise. So far you have your biosecurity in place on the farm. You have good management, there's good feed management, good water management. When the birds arrive at 16 weeks, you're certain that on or before the 4th week of their arrival, you would see your first egg. And with that, when you see your first egg, of course, it means that business has started already. One of the advantages of buying point of lay is that there is lower risk of mortality when you're buying from a reputable farm. Like some farms, you probably might buy their point of lay, and before they are like 2 weeks on your farm, you've lost about 15% and all that. So when you buy from good farms, you're sure that you have lesser mortality rate on your farm, unlike when you're raising day-old chicks, that all those chicks lost is a minus to you. But when you're buying point of lay, I want 2,000 birds, you're going to get 2,000 birds. But when you're raising day-old chicks, you want to raise 2,000 birds on your farm, and you bought 2,000 chicks. Maybe by the time they are ready, maybe you have 1,750 left. The disadvantage of point of lay is that it is more expensive. Of course, I mentioned that the price of day-old chicks is about 850 naira to about 1,000 naira. Currently, point of lay at 16 weeks is ranging from 5,900 naira to about 6,500 naira, or some people are even selling for 7,000 naira. So it is more expensive. But then you have to consider that the day-old chicks you got at 1,000 naira, you would feed them for about 16 weeks before they become point of lay. So just consider that cost of feeding, medication, vaccination has been all put together. And that is why point of lay is, of course, a bit more expensive. And yes, another disadvantage of point of lay is that you, the farmer, might be stressed if you buy from a wrong farm, if you buy from a wrong farm brooding the point of lay. You might be stressed, you might get low performing birds, you might get birds that are not very good. But then if you are asking for my recommendation, for the recommendation of poultry with Modupe, you know what I would say now. If you already know what I will say, before I say it, please drop it in the comment section. Yeah, you know what I would recommend. I would always recommend buying points of lay. I buy points of lay at my farm all the time. I've bought from a couple of vendors, and I can probably recommend them for you. So if you're interested in buying points of lay birds, you can reach out to me and just purchase my ebook, my vendor list, and you have the contact of getting points of lay, getting even day-old chicks also. If you still want to go for that, I have contact of that. Getting contact of feed companies, cages, feed inputs, farm inputs rather, and all those stuff. So yeah, I would always recommend points of lay. And the reason I always recommend points of lay is that just keep the brooding process. You don't have to spend extra amount building the structure for brooding, when you could also use that fund to do other things on the farm, right? That is my own suggestion. That is what I would recommend. Then also, instead of all those period where you are getting feedback or even visiting the farm to know what is happening with raising of the day-old chicks, you can use that time to do other things for yourself. But then this is not me discouraging you from raising day-old chicks. No, please go ahead if you have the knowledge and the um, adequate help to raise the day-old chicks. I know farmers who have bought point of lay and they have also raised day-old chicks. And trust me, they are tilting towards buying points of lay because it just helps a whole lot, and we don't have to do everything. Let some people do this, let some people do that. Also, another thing why I recommend is that you start earning money quickly on your farm. You start earning money quickly in no time. You start earning money and able to take care of the business in no time. And so that's about it for today. Point of lay or day old chicks. Yes. So you have my recommendation, but then you still have your choice to make in either of them. And also, if you're an intending poultry farmer, don't forget, I am still your go-to person for your consultation if you're starting the business, or even if you're already in the business and you have some concerns, you want to reach out to another farmer in this business, please reach out to me. Book an online consultation with me, and let's talk about your poultry projects and all that. So we'll see you on another video. Bye-bye.